we got to talk about tap water. It's time. I've done 1,500 videos here on YouTube, and I've never done one just on tap water. And it's not pretty, but I want to give you some solutions, and I want to give you some inexpensive solutions. Let's start with this. What is the problem with tap water? And, I don't know if you're like me, like when I go out to a restaurant, I'm like, do I want to spend extra on the water, the bottled water? Do I not? How do I even know if the bottled water is clean? I mean, there's so much to discuss about water. But what I want to do is try to simplify it, as I hope I do on all my videos. And the first thing to know is that tap water that is unfiltered has toxins in it. Bottom line. And I'm going to go through the exact toxins, and I'm going to go through what it's doing to your body. But when you're drinking water out of the tap, it has toxins in it. And one of the things we have to remember when it comes to toxins is it's the small micro doses of toxins over time that start to create large problems. So it's not like one glass of water out of your sink is going to be the end all be all to your health, but every single day, and then you're showering in it and you're washing your face in it, like over time it becomes a problem. So it's the repetitive nature of it that I'm concerned around. Now, the easiest thing is just cut out tap water, and I'll talk about some solutions at the end of this. But if you don't have the resources to do that, if you're doing like a lot of the fasting with me and you want to do more, you're obviously drinking water when you're fasting, we got to come up with some simple solutions because you're fasting to heal yourself, but then if you're drinking water and it's toxic, it's kind of counterproductive, right? So the first reason you want to avoid tap water is because of fluoride. Now, I know there's a lot of you that are going to get like, you just heard that and you're like, but wait, they put fluoride on my teeth and my doctor said I need fluoride for my teeth. I get it. Fluoride is a hot topic. And I will tell you the biggest problem I have with fluoride, I'm not talking about it from a teeth perspective. I'm talking about it from a neurotoxic perspective. So this is not a debate of what it does to the teeth. This is a debate about what it does to the brain and, most importantly, what it does to your thyroid gland. So one thing that we've got to know is that the biggest issue, outside of the fact that repetitive intake of fluoride affects and damages neurons in your brain, is that the biggest issue is it alters thyroid function. And there was a 2018 study found that drinking fluorinated tap water significantly impaired thyroid hormone levels, and that it was a greater independent risk factor for hypothyroidism than if you had diabetes or high blood pressure. So that 2018 study said one of the biggest risk factors for impaired thyroid hormone production, hypothyroidism, is fluoride. That's a problem. So we got to get rid of the fluoride in our water, FYI. Okay, second reason you want to avoid tap water is it's filled with hormone disruptors. So a large amount of pollutants make it into tap water. Here are some of them. Phthalates. Okay, you remember phthalates? I've talked about them here. They disrupt your testosterone levels. They bring your testosterone levels down. Shauna Swan a researcher wrote a book called Countdown about how sperm counts are going down in the world because of the reduction in testosterone production. And that is largely happening because of one chemical called a phthalate. And phthalates are found in drinking water. They're also found in a lot of meats. They're also found in a lot of fragrances. So phthalates are a problem. Parabens. Parabens are on when you wash your hair and it gets really sudsy. That's a paraben, and it is a endocrine disruptor. It will throw your hormones off, and it's in your tap water. BPA plastics. We already know that plastics are damaging to the detoxification pathways in the brain. And we also know that plastics can drive glyphosate into the brain. So a lot of that is in your tap water. Xenoestrogens. So check this out. I want to talk to those of you that are concerned about too much estrogen. The only way to get too much estrogen is a fake xenoestrogen. And a xenoestrogen is an estrogen mimicker, and it goes into the cell. It's not used by the cell the same way estrogen is, but your body thinks it has enough estrogen, so it stops producing as much estrogen. That's a problem for the perimenopausal and menopausal woman. That's a problem for the woman trying to get pregnant. So xenoestrogens are horrible. So a 2020 review found that all the compounds present in public drinking water, that they build up over time. So this is what I'm talking about, these small microdoses, and that these hormone disruptors I just mentioned that are found in tap water, this is a 2020 review, that it especially disrupted estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, the three sex hormones that every perimenopause and menopausal woman is trying to balance. So we have a world right now where we're talking about, I need more HRT. What kind of bioidentical do I need to use? I'm not opposed to those, but I think we need to also be talking about how do we clean up our tap water so that we stop lowering these hormones that we so desperately need as we go through the perimenopause and menopausal years. So you can tell I'm a little heated about that. Okay, check this out. I have a free fasting guide for you all. It's free. And it's going to teach you all the basics of fasting. It's going to teach you how to kill hunger when you fast, which is really cool. And it's going to show you how to break your fast, among many other things. All you got to do is click on this link right here and enjoy. Now, if you are going to remove and get rid of your tap water, I am a fan of reverse osmosis filters. There's a lot of good brands out there. They remove 99% of all the pollutants in water. The thing that I love, it's not necessarily a pollutant remover, but it actually changes the taste of tap water, is the wand. I've talked about this, and it really is great when you're traveling and you want to, you just put it in your water and you swirl it around. In there is, they call it a mother water, and it has a certain frequency. If you know any of the Dr. Emoto research that he talked about the different frequencies of water, so that's inside this little tube, and you whirl it around in your water, and it will change the taste of your water. So it does help for taste. It makes your water structured, which is easier for your cells to absorb. It doesn't pull the toxins out. So it's a really interesting concept. I get that it's like, I'm just going to wave this wand and put it in my water and all of a sudden, my water is good. I'm going to say that the research done on it is great for making it more structured so your body can absorb more water. And it helps with the taste. It doesn't necessarily help with the toxins, but I wanted to bring that to you as a possibility. There you go. This is water and what you need to know about it. Because we do so much water fasting here on this channel, I think it's really important that you get clean water when you go into a water fast. Otherwise, you're trying to get your body to heal from so many things, and then you're drinking water that has that in there. Not a great option. I can tell you at my house, not only do we have reverse osmosis, but we have hydrogen water. I'm a big fan of hydrogen water. And when I go into a 3-day water fast, that's what I drink. So something to think about. It makes me sad to have to do this video. I wish corporations would be more mindful and politicians would be more mindful of the chemicals that they're allowing to go into water that we drink. It should be a human right that we all have clean drinking water. And unfortunately, that's not the situation we have. Where I'm doing this video right now is in Silicon Valley. I know that my zip code, they put fluoride into that water. They also sent a long list of warnings that I needed to know about because of the addition of fluoride in there. I've also been notified I have PFOAs in my water, which are forever chemicals, and phthalates. So it's a lot to wrap your human brain around, but it's massively important that we start to look at the quality of our water and that we lean into tools like analemma and reverse osmosis filters. I'll put links in the notes for you to find the products that I love that work for those, and you see if you love them too. So, bad news, but as always, I hope it helps. So if you love this video, you're gonna wanna check out this video. Foods that I used to eat, 7 of them. I used to eat them all the time. Some of them are gonna shock you, and I don't eat them anymore. Now, let me tell you where you might find conventional fruit. So apples and bananas are kind of the biggies. The apple a day kept the doctor away. Not anymore.